I'll just show you BB12 first, and you identify it as the statement, if it is the statement we are talking about, of the bank account we are talking about. Can you give him this and give him like this? Okay. That's exhibit BB12. Kindly confirm that it is the bank statement from your bank in respect of the tax recovery account that I mentioned. Thank you very much. Now, do you have the account opening information for that statement? For that account?
Account opening documentation?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Can you tell us what you have? What documentation you have?
I did a summary for you of the
you did a summary
of the signatories to the account from the day the account was opened to present, but there are various signatories over time. So this is just a summary to make it easy for you to follow through. Right.
Thank you, that's very kind. What we would like you to do is to, as you refer to your summary, you also refer to the document and show us the document.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
There is a document from the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs addressed to the Secretary General and Minister for Presidential Affairs, dated 21st August 2013, and it is headed Request to Open a Bank Account, wherein instructions were given to the Secretary General and Minister of Presidential Affairs to open an account at Trust Bank Limited, account name Tax Recovery Account and MOP Petroleum Account as requested in corresponding missives.
Okay.
Then we have...
the letter, I take it, was copied to you?
Yes, it's part of the account opening documentation that was sent to the bank to open the account, to show that there was instruction to open the account.
And can we have a look at the letter? You refer to a letter addressed not to the bank but to... Who is the letter addressed to?
To the Secretary General, Minister of Presidential Affairs.
Okay. Is it copied to Trust Bank Limited?
It is not copied to Trust Bank,
okay,
but it was sent to Trust Bank as part of the account opening documentation. Right. It's in the file.
Very well. All right. When that document, you can continue, but tell us, was all the account opening information sent at the same time, or was it sent when the account was opened?
It was sent at the same time, except when signatories changed. Obviously, when signatories changed, the details of the signatories came at that time.
All right, thank you. Can you give us the documents that were sent at the same time to open the account first? Right, you've given us one, that's the letter.
Yes, there is the letter, there is a TIN, that is tax identification number of the tax recovery account. There we have our in-house form, which was completed, filled, and signed by the original signatories.
All right. You mentioned the TIN number of who?
Tax recovery account, ERA tax recovery account.
It has a TIN?
There's a TIN here with me.
All right. Can I have the document?
The entire set?
Is there anything in the document that you received telling you who the signatories to the account were going to be?
Yes.
You did not mention it in the letter that you read. Is there another letter?
letter I read, like I said, is from Minister of Finance to Secretary General, authorizing them to open an account. Now, they would fill our forms and indicate who the signatories are. Okay. Generally speaking, the signatories were the Secretary General, the Secretary to Cabinet, and the permanent secretaries, generally speaking. But as they change occupancy, so the names change.
Okay. I'd just like you to clarify, when the account was opened, who were the signatories, and who told you who the signatories to the account would be?
When the account was opened in September 2013, the first signatories were Mr. Mamoudou Sabali, who was then the Secretary General, and Mr. Noah Toure, who was the Secretary to Cabinet. This is from 3rd of September to 31st of July, 2014.
All right, let's have those documents.
The entire set of documents are here.
Yes, can I have them? All the documents
relating to account opening, except the summary. If you want the summary, I'll give it to you.
No, what I wanted were documents. The only documents that are relevant for now is when the account was opened. Can you isolate the documents that you were sent from the rest of the bundle? When the account was opened, then we can go on to the next, the change of signatories. Thank you. For the document to be admitted.
Letter dated 21st of August 2013 from Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs. Ref EMC 252/22/01/AJ. submitted in evidence marked BB22.
Now, you indicated that the signatories changed over time. Can you tell us when the signatories changed after the account was opened?
As indicated, the original signatories were Mr. Momodu Sabali, who was then Secretary General, and Mr. Noah Toure, who was Secretary to Cabinet. This was from 3rd of September 2013, 31st of July 2014. From 31st of July 2014, Mr. Khalidou Baya was the Secretary General and became the signatory, together with Mr. Abdoulaye Salah, who was the Secretary to the Cabinet. This lasted up to 4th September 2014. From 4th September 2014, Mr. Khalidou Baya continued as a signatory, was still the Secretary General, but you had Mr. Noah Toure back as Secretary to Cabinet. That is from 4th September to 11 November 2014. From 11 November, the Secretary General still remained, still Mr. Khalidou Baya, but Mr. Suleiman Samba became Secretary to Cabinet and became a signatory. This was up to 19th of January 2015. From 19th January 2015 to 23rd February 2015, Mr. Lamin Nyabali became the Secretary General and became a signatory, together with Mr. Suleiman Samba as Secretary to Cabinet. From 23rd February 2015 to 4th May 2015, you had Mr. Lamin Nyabali as Secretary General, a signatory, Mr. Suleiman Samba as Secretary to Cabinet as signatory, Ms. Aissatou Oba, Permanent Secretary as signatory, Mr. Ismaila Sanyang as Permanent Secretary, also a signatory, and the mandate was any two to sign. This was up to 4th May 2015 and up to present.
Up to?
Up to present. It didn't change after that.
Are the current signatories?
Well, they would be the current signatories.
Who are the current signatories?
That would be Mr. Lamin Nyabali, Mr. Suleiman Samba, Ms. Aissatou Oba, and Mr. Ismaila Sanya.
Those are the signatories on record?
On record.
Thank you. Now, when the signatories change, how do you receive the instructions to change the signatories?
Through correspondence, and then we capture it. We capture their signature in our mandate forms, so as to be able to input it in our system.
What do you mean by through correspondence? A letter emanating from where?
Yeah, it should have been. This one, for example, was signed by Mr. Noah Toure, 4th Secretary General, dated 31st July 2014. It says, change of signatures. I wish, and if you allow me to read it, I wish to bring to your attention that the Honorable Minister of Presidential Affairs and Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service, Mr. Khalidou Baya, and Secretary to Cabinet, Mr. Abdoulaye Salah, shall be the signatories to the underlisted accounts with your bank. Signed, Mr. Noah Toure, for Secretary General.
So you receive a letter each time the signatories change?
Yes, we receive a letter.
Do you have the documents, the cards and the letters?
Sorry?
We can receive the rest of the documents from you. The letters that you receive for the change of signatories, and the cards that they sign, that you mentioned.
All right.
Just confirm that you have all of them for all the changes that you mentioned. Just for the record, when did the last signatures change, the ones that are on record?
4th May 2015.
4th May 2015. Is that account active?
The tax recovery account?
Yes.
Is it active?
Yes.
Yes.
What is the last transaction on that account?
received instruction, a directive sometime in April, asking us to freeze the balance in the account. That's the last activity on that account.
Where was the directive from?
Judiciary, maybe the Honorable...
It was a court order.
Yeah, it was a court order.
Okay, thank you. Let me have the documents now. Can you tell us what the last transaction was before the court order?
A credit into the account dated 1st June 2016 for $500,000.
Okay. All right, thank you. Mr. Chairman, applying to have the signatory information admitted.
Sorry? Bank statement. This is the one that BB12.
BD23. Yeah. All right, change of signatories document and related papers in respect of account number 100-128385-01 in Trust Bank, admitted in a bundle marked BD23.
Just confirm when the account was actually opened, the date on which it was actually opened for the record.
First transaction in the account occurred 17 September 2013.
The first transaction, is that concurrent with the opening of the account?
Yes. Well, the account could have been opened a day or two earlier. This is the first transaction in the account.
Can you tell us how much was deposited into this account?
From opening of the account to the freezing order, an amount of $33,822,753.88 came into the account. I repeat, $33,822,753.88 came into the account. For the same period, an amount of $29,225,793.77 went out of the account. I repeat, an amount of $29,225,793.77 left the account, went out of the account, leaving a balance of $4,596,960.11. I repeat.
As at what date? That balance is as at what date?
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Is it the 1st June 2016 you mentioned?
Yes. As of 1st June 2015, the balance in the account was $4,596,960.11.
Thank you.
That amount has been frozen.
Do you have with you the transaction documents relating to the deposit into the account as well as the withdrawals out of the account?
I have documents relating to all of the withdrawals in the account.
All the withdrawals?
With me, yes.
What about the deposits?
I didn't bring along the deposits.
All right. Are you able to tell us who paid into that account?
Some are reflecting in the statement, but for example, the first transaction just says payment. I mean, it didn't indicate a name. But if you go down, you'll see certain names: Jeffrey Michael Renner, Augustus Prom.
Welcome to From Gambia channel. Welcome to From Gambia channel.
That is fine. We
Subscribe
can
for
read
more
those statements.
news. Subscribe for more
make sure
news.
that we have all the details of all the deposits into the account for the record?
Yes, we can.
Not today, but you can send them in.
Yes.
Because we did ask for transaction documents for deposits and withdrawals. That is what we listed on your summons.
Okay.
All right. Since what you have are withdrawals, can we go to the withdrawals from the account?
All right.
What did you understand as a bank opening that account? What did you understand to be the source of the monies that came into the account?
Our understanding was tax due and payable to government were being collected by a commission and they are being paid into the account.
We are being collected by?
Government.
Sorry, I didn't get your full sentence.
Collected by government, tax due and payable.
Okay. And paid into the account?
And paid into the account.
All right. Now, can you go through the withdrawals on the account? And relate the withdrawals on the statement to the account information that you have, the transaction documentation that you have. So we put them in chronological order for the record. We would appreciate that.
Absolutely.
If you need the assistance of any of your officers, they can join you.
So far, I'm okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's deal with the first withdrawal. What was the first withdrawal?
$200,000. If you are reading from the statement, this is 23rd of September 2013. This was a check that was paid to Guy Enterprises.
Was the check paid to?
Guy Enterprises.
Can you spell it?
G-A-I.
G-A-I.
Yeah.
Guy Enterprises.
Guy Enterprises.
All right. What are the transaction documents that you have in relation to this payment?
I have a copy of the check and I have a copy of a deposit slip paying it into an account.
You have a copy of it?
Deposit slip paying the check into an account. The check check was issued to Guy Enterprises. And Guy Enterprises lodged it into an account
With your bank?
with our bank. Yeah.
I see. All right, I understand. Can we have the transaction documents? You can just put them. We'll collect them all as a bundle. Pull out the transaction documents and put them aside. You have it.
I have it. Just to explain, I have printed the statement and I try to make it easy for you. I have numbered it in red. There are a total of 36 debits. 36 debits from the account.
That's fine. That's fine, but we still need the transaction documents in relation to each debit.
That's what I'm
and
saying.
if the customer has an account with you, did you print out the statement of account of the customer?
We try to provide a copy of the check, a copy of the deposit slip, or if it is a transfer out of the bank, we try to give you the SWIFT copy. What I was trying to explain is that I've numbered the debit transactions and correspondingly numbered the vouchers that are here, so you can cross-reference this. It should be very easy.
Okay. Thank you very much for that. That is helpful. So what we are going to do is take us through all of them. Then at the end of your evidence, we will tender them as a bundle.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
First debit, 200,000 paid to Guide Enterprises and is lodged into his account.
And that's a check.
That was a check.
Give us the number for the record.
The check number.
Yes,
The check number.
the check number, yes.
019-78986.
Thank you. So let's go to the next transaction.
Second transaction.
Can we also indicate who signed the check?
It would have been the signatories at the time. This looks like Sabali. And just cross-references here. September 2013. Yes. Sabali, Mr. Mamoudou Sabali, and Mr. Noature.
Thank you. Can you follow the same pattern for the rest of them?
Signatures here, and sometimes I may not be able to figure out the signature. Transaction number 2 was also a check issued. The amount was 1,947,346.
On what date?
7th of October. Issued to Sheriff Sawane, trading as Competence Company Limited.
That's a customer of the bank?
That's a customer of the bank. He lodged it into an account with the bank. And we have it here.
All right. That's a check.
That's also a check.
Can you give us the number and give us the customer's bank account as well?
The check number is 019-78987. And give you what?
It's a customer's account, yes. The number is 0.
That's the check number I gave.
Yes, give us the customer's
The
account.
customer name is Sheriff Sawane, trading as Competence Company Limited.
Okay. What's his account number?
His account number,
With your bank, yes.
110-092-64501.
Thank you. The next transaction.
Transaction number 3 was a check made out to Sanajaju. This was encashed.
Cash payment to Sanajaju.
Sanajaju for 259,000.
Do you have any identification for Sanajaju?
There is an ID copy here.
Give us the ID number.
The NIN 010885-11-390.
Thank you.
Transaction number 4 was an authority. Written and signed by Mr. Mamoudou Sabali, Secretary General, and Mr. Noature, Secretary to the Cabinet. The authority itself is dated 25th November 2013. The amount was for $1,396,740 to be paid to Mr. Ansumana Tamba, and he is described here as Commander State Guards, State House, so and so.
Does it have his ID number?
Yes, there is an ID here. There is an ID.
The ID number of Mr.
The NIN, the ID number of Ansumana Tamba.
Yes.
The NIN is 2802800268-21-274.
You said it was a letter of authority. Did it mention the purpose for the payment?
There is no purpose mentioned here. It was encashed on 25th November 2013.
Thank you.
Fifth debit was an amount of $33,800 payable to the University of the Gambia.
Okay. How much?
$33,800
Payable to the University of the Gambia.
University of the Gambia.
Is that check?
It's a check.
Okay. Check number?
021-27812.
Next debit?
Next debit was a check for $518,000.
Date?
The check itself is dated 3rd of December. It was transacted on the 5th of December in the statement. If you are looking at the statement, 5th of December 2013.
And it was transacted on the
It was transacted on the 5th of December 2013. The check itself was dated 3rd of December, so it came 2 days later.
Paid to who?
Gambia Tourism Board.
Gambia Tourism Board.
Yeah.
Okay.
or 518? Please confirm.
The amount?
Yes.
518. 518. 518. 361.
Where is the statement? 46. What is the next transaction? Yes.
That will be transaction number 7 on my statement. This for a check for $46,684. That is 46684.
Okay.
Check for 46684 paid to Omar Jibril Salah,
Okay.
which was lodged in his account on the 5th of December 2013.
What is the account number of Omar Jibril Salah?
110-00-344001.
And the check number?
021-27814.
Thank you. The next transaction?
Next transaction is for an amount of $461,000. 461. This was an instruction written and signed by Mr. Mamoudou Sabali, Secretary General, and Mr. Noah Toure, Permanent Secretary 1. It was an instruction to pay to Guaranteed Trust Bank for the account of Mobicel Blue Ocean Wireless Company Limited, and there's an account number indicated there.
Can you repeat the name?
Mobicel,
Okay, Mobicel.
Mobicel Blue Ocean Wireless Company Limited. This was transacted 27 December 2013.
What is the account number at Guaranteed Trust Bank?
Account number quoted here is 201-112651-110.
Is the purpose of the transaction indicated
It is not indicated in this instruction.
in the authority?
It's not indicated.
Right? Next transaction.
Next transaction was a withdrawal of $100,000 on the 28th of December 2013 by Mr. Abdullahi Momoduka. It's a check. It was a check issued to Abdullahi Momoduka for $100,000.
Check number and the ID number of Abdullahi Momoduka.
Check number first 021-27818. The ID for Abdullahi Momoduka, the NIN 180666-01-456.
Thank you. Next transaction.
Same day, another check for $100,000 drawn in the name of Noah Toure was encashed on 28 December 2013.
Is the same Noha Toure who's a signatory?
Come again?
Is it the same Noha Toure who's a signatory to the account?
Yes.
Can you give us the ID number? Is the ID attached?
The ID is not attached here.
Can we assume it because he's a signatory to the account?
Correct, yes. No, yeah.
All right, next transaction.
Next transaction was also an instruction signed by Mamoudou Sabali, Secretary General, and Noah Toure, Permanent Secretary. Effect payment to an account name Franklin and Franklin Limited to Bank Sky Bank Limited for $330,000, 330,000.
It's a written instruction.
It's a written instruction.
Is the purpose of the transaction indicated?
It is not indicated in this authority.
What is the account number at Sky Bank?
Account number indicated here is 101-177-00-44024.
Thank you. Next transaction.
Next transaction is a check for an amount of $730,254. That is 730,254. Issued to Sheriff Sawane, trading as Competence Company Limited. And he lodged the check into his account.
His account with your bank?
With Trust Bank.
Is the same account number?
Same account number.
Right. Thank you. What is the check number for the record?
Check number 021-27821.
Next transaction.
This is an authority for payment to Guaranteed Trust Bank for the account of Mobicel Blue Ocean Wireless Company Limited for an amount of $680,350. I repeat, $680,350. This authority was dated 6 January 2014. It was transacted on 8 January 2014.
The purpose of the transaction, is it indicated?
It is not indicated in this authority.
Okay. Next transaction.
All right. Next transaction is a check for an amount of $17,640. $17,640. If you are looking through the statement, the narration says ACA check, Guaranteed Trust Bank. There is the check number there, and for benefits, Mobicel Blue, and there is a BBAN number.
Okay.
Let me explain here. So this was a check that was issued to a customer, and the customer went to their bank to lodge it there. Now the bank will use the ACH to collect, to get value. So Trust Bank will not get the physical check. Will will get an image, an electronic image. As per the rules guiding the ACH, we keep images for a maximum of 6 months. So I cannot produce the image and I don't have the physical check. But we know which bank it went into. Perhaps, just perhaps, I'm not sure, central bank keeps electronic data for longer, I'm not sure. But the bank for sure should have the physical instrument.
So you're saying the central bank should have the
An electronic image, not the physical journal, electronic image. Well, that's where the clearing is done.
Who will have the physical check?
The bank that it was sent to, in this case, Guaranteed Trust Bank.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. You say ACH.
Automated Clearing House. It's an abbreviation. It's Automated Clearing House.
Okay.
Yeah, automated. Yes, carry on.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You can go ahead now.
Do I go to the next debit?
Yes, please.
Okay. Next debit is a check for an amount of $75,840. $75,840. This was a check issued to Ansumana Tamba, and the check was cashed on 17th January 2014.
Do we have his ID number? Is it the same
It's the
Ansumana
same
Tamba?
Ansumana Tamba, yeah, it's the same ID here.
Thank you. Next transaction. Debit transaction.
The next transaction was an authority written and signed by Mamadou Sabali, Secretary General, and Noah Toure, Permanent Secretary. And is captioned Payment for Tuition Fee, University of the Gambia. And the amount is $1,471,400. I repeat, $1,471,400.
It's an instruction.
It's an instruction.
Tuition fee, does it explain for whom?
It didn't say in this authority.
Do you have,
It was paid into the account of the University of the Gambia.
can you repeat the account number of the University of the Gambia to which it was paid?
Account number 110-019-782-01.
And the date is
And
the date of the transaction.
it was transacted on 20th of January 2014.
And the instruction date.
The instruction date 16th January 2014.
Is that, by the way, those instructions that you're receiving, do they have reference numbers?
Yes, there is a reference number on this one.
Okay.
It says,
Very well. We'll take
you want the reference number?
we have not taken it before, so it's all right. I just want to confirm.
Yeah, this one has a reference number.
Okay.
Be something so far.
Let's do the next transaction.
The next transaction is a check for an amount of $383,443.83 bututs, issued to one Alaji Jallo. Alaji Jallo.
Jallo.
Yes, Alaji Jallo. The check itself is dated 27th of January 2014. It was transacted 6th of February 2014.
Okay. What's the check number and the ID number of the payee?
The check number is 021-27824. The name on the ID is 141268-11-750.
Thank you. Next transaction.
Next transaction is a debit of $49,427. 49427. Similarly, this was a check issued to a customer who lodged it with their bank and they went through the ACH system. We know it went to First International Bank and it was for the account of GTSC, Gambia Transport Company.
Gambian Transport
Welcome to From Gambia channel. Welcome to From Gambia channel. Subscribe for more news. Subscribe for more news.
Yeah, it looks similar. The
The
name
number?
141268-11-750.
Thank you. Next transaction.
The next transaction is a check issued to Trading as competence company for an amount of 4,485,000. That is 4,485,000. The check itself is dated 8th of April 2014. It was transacted 14th of April 2014.
Was paid into Sheriff Tawane's account?
It was paid
With
into
you?
the same account, yeah.
Sheriff Sawane
Sheriff Sawane.
has been coming up. He has an account in your bank.
Yes.
What type of enterprise is it? Confidence enterprise, what is it?
It's into building and construction.
Contractor.
Yeah, it's a contract.
Thank you.
All right.
Although the trading name is
Sheriff Sawane Trading as competence company.
Oh, I see. don't have a protein food?
Yes, it's Sheriff Sawane Protein Food Competence Company.
Sheriff Sawane Protein Food Competence Company.
Competence Company.
All right. Thank you. Let's move on to the next transaction.
This is an instruction dated 16th April 2014. Instruction to transfer to EcoBank Gambia Limited for the account of Sering Tuba Ndu an amount of $7,371,945. I repeat, $7,371,945 to EcoBank for the account of Sering Tuba Ndu. The instruction, like I said, was dated 16th of April and transacted the following day, 17th of April.
Who signed the instruction? Is it the same Mamadou Sabali?
Mamadou Sabali, Noah Ture, and Aissatou Oba.
Aissatou?
Oba.
Can you spell the Oba?
A-U-B-E-R.
Can you give us the account number at EcoBank Gambia Limited?
Account number indicated here is 001 003 490 28449.
Okay. Next transaction.
This was a check for an amount of 162,000 issued to Fatukine Joe, withdrawn on behalf of Fatukine Joe by Lamin S. Camara. So we have the details of Lamin S. Camara.
Can you give us the details of Lamin S. Camara?
Lamin S. Camara ID card DININ 160287-11-815.
Do we have any details of Fatukine Joe apart from the name on the check? How were you authorized by Fatukine Joe?
She wrote a letter.
She wrote a letter.
Yes, right here.
Does the letter have an address?
It's addressed to Trust Bank Gambia Limited, to whom it may concern. Authorization letter. I hereby authorize Mr. Lami S. Camara to cash the attached check on my behalf, which he signed.
Is her address indicated on the letter?
No, it's not indicated on the letter.
Okay. How do you know it was her signature?
I see some, it says here, Claire P.S. Ture.
Claire?
P.S. Ture.
What does that mean or signify?
It would seem somebody called P.S. Ture. I'm assuming here I stand to be corrected. I may be wrong. I don't know whether I should say it. Looks like somebody spoke with Noah Ture.
Sorry?
Somebody must have spoken with Noah Ture. It just says P.S. Ture. I mean, the name Noah is not there.
What I wish to understand from you is that this was a check payable to Fatukine Joe.
Correct.
And she authorized that Lamin S. Camara should cash the check.
Correct.
Now, what is there on the letter of authority confirming? I assume Fatukine Joe is not your customer, according to this document.
I don't know. Based on this, I cannot tell. I don't know. But what cleared with PS story.
Okay.
I'm trying to link the two. That they must have spoken to Mr. Ture.
Are you saying that was the basis on which the bank paid out to Lamines Camara?
Yes, that's my understanding.
Thank you. Let's move on to the next transaction.
This is a check for $200,000 paid out to Events Planning and Management. Check dated 12th of May 2014. Check transacted 14th of May 2014. And this check was lodged into an account at Trust Bank.
All right. Can you give us the account number for the record of Events Planning? That's a customer of your bank.
As a customer of Trust Bank, yeah.
Can you give us the account number?
110-115-265-01.
Okay. Next transaction.
This was also a check for an amount of $240,851.65 goods. I repeat, 240,851.65. Check itself dated 12th of May 2014, but transacted in the books of Trust Bank on 14th of May 2014. It was made to SOS Children's Village, Mother and Child Clinic.
Mother and Child Clinic.
Yeah, and it was lodged in their account with Trust Bank.
What is the account number?
100-08080801.
Next transaction.
This is a check for $284,623.77 goods. Check itself dated 3rd of June 2014. Transacted in the books of Trust Bank on 4th of June 2014. Check made out to Alaji Jallo. It seems it's the same Alaji Jallo. It was encashed.
Thank you. Next transaction.
This is an authority. Authority itself dated 31st of July 2014. Authority signed by Khalidou Bayo, Secretary General, and Abdullah M. Salah, Secretary to the Cabinet. It's to pay Sadhguru Travel and Tours the sum of $345,859. 345,859, and an account number was quoted for Sadhguru.
Okay.
In the same instruction, Part B was to pay Mohammed Muqtala Sise the sum of $45,150. But there were two transactions on this one authority.
Is there any indication of the purpose of the transactions or payments?
It did not say here.
Next transaction.
This is a convenient time to rise.
Okay, what time is it?
We shall be back at 2:30. Thank you, everyone. You can start.
I'll just show you BB12 first, and you identify it as the statement, if it is the statement we are talking about, of the bank account we are talking about. Can you give him this?